We congratulate you, Elon. We're proud of you. You can do all the cool trillionaire things, like exploit the downtrodden, exploit tragedy, and make people go burn down their neighbors' houses because you're bored. But unfortunately, he's got the evil autism that makes you leave the planet in a rocket ship after you've made everyone burn down their neighbor's house. Hello people, welcome back to the Steel Show. This week we want to give a special congratulations to world's first trillionaire, Elon Musk. Congratulations, Elon. There's a lot of people out there talking nonsense about you, okay? A lot of brokies don't understand the drive, the determination, and the grit it takes to not just become a millionaire, billionaire, but the world's first trillionaire. So hats off to you from one small business owner to another. We congratulate you, Elon. We're proud of you. Showing that just a bit of elbow grease, bit of work ethic, and coming from a family that is the sincere and honest trade of owning an emerald mine in South Africa. White South African emerald miner. No sentence should strike more fear into your heart. You've got chatting to someone at the board. Yes, I'm a South African. Oh, no, what do your family do? They own an emerald mine. But we never agreed with apartheid. We never agreed with it. It was a fair trade emerald mine. We will agree with Mandela. You know, he spent 27 years on Robben Island. We would have liked to... I don't know, they're now fucking Russian in this impression. The sincere and honest trade of emerald mine. I don't know, I could do a little bit of a South African. I don't know why I go to fucking Russia. Anyway, that's not the point. The point isn't I can't do the fucking South African accent for more than 3 syllables. The point is Elon Musk is a trillionaire. And he never gave up. I gave up on that accent pretty fucking quickly, and that's why I'm not a trillionaire. Really, it just goes to show, wherever you come from, you can do it. You can become a trillionaire. And when you're a trillionaire, you can do all the cool trillionaire things, like exploit the downtrodden, exploit tragedy, and make people go burn down their neighbors' houses because you're bored. Musk this week become a trillionaire. While on the platform he owns X, which he bought for freedom of speech, but then ramped it up so it's just only his tweets that you see on there now, which is why sort of everyone's left, unless you're either an idiot or a fascist. He's on there, quote, tweeting Tommy Robinson, who wanted protests to happen about, which was in Belfast. So much tragedy this week in Belfast, the peaceful city of Belfast. It's usually so calm, so loving. But this week was hit by, let's be honest about it, a very serious attack on a man by someone who has been let into this country and has fucking gone and attacked someone. And this is like a problem we're in at the minute. Again, I'm going to say this. If we stop bombing people's countries, they might stop coming here. If we stop making it not safe for them where they live and them having to go through the trauma of seeing their entire neighborhood blown up because we've sold weapons to these people, and then they have to cross 3,000 miles. God only knows what fucking happens to them. That might help. That would be a start. And instead of anyone wanting to find out why these things happen and bringing communities together and having a conversation about what we can do to improve everyone's life, they've got together and just burnt down people's houses because people like Tommy Robinson and Elon Musk can just go on X, say whatever the fuck they want to say with zero repercussions. Because he's a trillionaire and he knows better than you because he worked hard. That's the rules now. You have to listen to the trillionaire. A trillionaire who wants to leave the planet, by the way, whose main goal. Does that not terrify anyone? That the richest man on the planet, his sole aim is to fan the flames of division and then leave. We shouldn't be sending white South Africans as the first people into space. By the way, the first people to... of course, it's a white South African that wants to go colonize other fucking planets.
Diplomatic community.
Of course. But Musk is fanning the flames of... I don't really know why. I don't really know what his goal is. I think he just likes people liking him. I think it's actually that sad. I think he's a trillionaire and he's just still not very cool. He's got the kind of autism that makes you a trillionaire, not the kind of autism that makes you cool. You know, there's those certain autistic people, they're so autistic that they're just into something that makes them cool. Like the guy likes trains. Do you remember the TikTok guy likes trains? And every time a train would go by, whoa, whoa. And there was just something so nice about that he was immediately cool. Like that guy's sick. He loves trains. He'd have the front facing camera and he'd go, oh, it's the Southern Rail B39. Ah. And everyone would go, this guy's the fucking man. Look at the amount of joy he's getting from the trains, and he wants to share that with the world. That's the kind of autism that Musk wishes he had. But unfortunately, he's got the evil autism that makes you leave the planet in a rocket ship after you've made everyone burn down their neighbor's house. I don't know if we should be calling it the evil autism, but that's what he's got. He's got the evil tism. The kind of tism that, you build a rocket ship and then fire it at people. He's got the Oppenheimer autism. That's what he's got. He's got Oppenheimer-tism. There's people who are so smart that they're dumb, like Oppenheimer. Like he didn't realize making the nuclear bomb that it was then going to be used. Because he's so smart, he knows how to make a nuclear bomb. So that just I'm going to sit there and make the nuclear bomb. Beep, boop, beep, boop. And then he makes the nuclear bomb. And then he's like, oh, fuck, they used it? And then there's my kind of smart, which is I'm so dumb. I'm smart enough to realize I'm dumb, which I think is a level of intelligence to that. And then there's people who are so dumb, they think they're smart. And that's who Musk speaks to. Because I was in bottom set, tried to get in the other sets, realized I couldn't get in the other sets because I still don't really know the difference in spelling of there, and there, okay? It's shameful, but that's who I am. That's who you're listening to. But Musk speaks to the other people I had in bottom set who they didn't realize there were other sets. They didn't realize that you could get out of there. And then they didn't realize that other people knew more than them. And that's who Musk speaks to, is he just goes on Twitter and he'll say something like, interesting, or the British people need to stand up for themselves. And it's like, what do you mean by that? And we know what he means by it. It's a racist dog whistle, because to him, he wants to see the world burn because nothing will make him happy. Trillions and trillions, he can make more and more money. Squillions, I don't know if that's a number. It won't make him happy. It won't make him cool. So because of that, to make himself feel powerful, you have to burn down your fucking neighborhood. And while his mate Tommy Robinson goes to Russia, meets Elon Musk's dad, who we looked this up beforehand because I couldn't quite believe if this was true, has got 2 children with what was his stepdaughter. Again, the sincere and honest trade of the white South African emerald mine owners. They are besmirching the good name, that honest and fair trade, by doing very incest-adjacent stuff. Could you imagine having to defend your dad? Like if my dad had 2 children with a stepdaughter, I'd end the show. Did your dad have 2 kids with his stepdaughter? And I'd go, this just isn't worth getting 3,000 views on YouTube. I would be like, hey guys, like and subscribe, comment. But if you are going to, don't comment about, if it's about the incest adjacent stuff. I meant more about the topic this week. Like imagine for a second, you're down the pub with your mates and your dad has done that. And one of the boys has had a few beers and you're trying to get at him. And he goes, your dad married your stepdaughter. It's over. You've got to go home. There's no comeback. That's the man who raised Elon Musk. Like, no matter how much money Elon Musk makes, you could always go, yeah, fantastic, SpaceX, the boring company, you own Twitter and fan the flames. Did your dad knock up his stepdaughter? No wonder he wants to leave the fucking planet and go meet another species. He wants to meet an alien species where they don't yet know his dad did that. That's what I would, if my dad had kids with his stepdaughter, I'd build a rocket and fuck off. I'd be embarrassed. But anyway, Tommy Robinson was hanging out with him this week because Tommy Robinson is maybe more liberal than all of us and can look past that. Tommy Robinson is a true liberal and just believes love is love. A man who is against grooming unless it's your stepdaughter, then it's have at it, apparently. Was in Russia and Elon Musk, tied with Tommy Robinson, has done videos for him when he's done his Unite the Kingdom rallies, telling the British people to take their country back and all these things. Elon Musk, I don't know when the last time he's come here. I've come into the studio today. Britain looked pretty fucking fine to me. I don't know what we're taking it back from. There was a bit of a queue at Pret. I didn't get a sandwich. I don't know if that's worth me going burning down my neighbour's house to stop that. Maybe it's worth a shot. But Musk and all of these things in this world that is going on right now is signs of, and I'm going about this a lot, people, it's late stage capitalism. We're starting to get to this scary point where capitalism eats towards fascism to protect itself, and right-wing people would rather go with fascism than anything even slightly liberal because they're worried about what that will do to the economy and their stocks and shares. And we're getting to that point where these things are starting to happen now, and trillionaires are able to get working class people to attack their neighbors while there's a trillionaire who wants to leave the planet while it's going on fire. because it's just easier to do that than it might be to do a bit of redistribute a bit of wealth so the mental health services work, so that maybe we can deal with people who have psychosis and attack people in the street, maybe, but they'd rather you go burn down your neighbour's house while they fuck off on a rocket with their dad who's knocking up their stepdaughters. That's the world we're in. And then there's hydration breaks during the World Cup as well, so they can sell advertising. So even if you want to be like me and bury your head in the sand and watch a bit of the World Cup, every 22 minutes you're reminded that everything you love is going to be sold for profit and takes you back out of it. That's what happens now. That is the world we're in. A trillionaire who comes from the line of owning a fucking emerald mine in South Africa. Now, it might have been an ethical emerald mine in South Africa. We don't know this. Dad is knocking up his stepdaughter, meeting up with a far-right agitator who's spent his whole entire time saying he's there to protect women and children, though it's okay if you groom your stepdaughter, are now able to own social media platforms and get loads of people angry to go carry out horrific fucking racist attacks, all because people don't want to pay their tax. And I'm going to be honest, I hate paying tax too, so I kind of get it. If I had a lot more money and the tax man came for it, I would watch Belfast burn rather than me have to pay my fair share in a way through society to perhaps make it better for some people. That seems like a fair and cohesive society. This has been the Steel Show this week. Take care.